Welcome to episode 162, Mikati Brothers, Civil War Self-Made Billionaires from Lebanon. This is an outline of episode 162. There are three reasons why we study the Mikati brothers. First, they are the richest self-made billionaire in Lebanon. Second, they started the company Investcom in 1982 in the middle of the Civil War and during the Israeli occupation of Beirut. Third, Najib Mikati became Prime Minister of Lebanon twice, first in 2005 and second time in 2011. They are nation-building self-made billionaires. The Mikati brothers were born in Tripoli, Lebanon to a prominent Sunni Muslim family in 1944 and 1955 respectively.
I was born, as Dr. Hajj said, on the 8th of May 1944 in Tripoli in northern Lebanon. My father was in the trade business and he was a very conservative man who cherished his family more than anything else. He moved to Beirut before I was born, so I was fortunate to join the prep school at that time.
The University Years.
Founded in 1866, the American University of Beirut overlooks the Mediterranean Sea in Ras Beirut, one of the Lebanese capital's most cosmopolitan neighborhoods. The campus is home to world-class researchers, guiding some of the region's and world's most gifted students. Entering campus via Main Gate, you come upon College Hall, the preeminent symbol of AUB.
Till 1964. Then I was accepted at the engineering school at AUB and graduated in 68 as a civil engineer.
Founding of ACC, Arabian Construction Company in 1960s in Abu Dhabi.
The day I graduated, I started considering going to the Gulf, and I chose Abu Dhabi, which seemed to be the best opportunity at that time, a promising new oil country, which was at that time close to the external world. So I left to Dubai even without a visa.
Here's a map of where Abu Dhabi is.
After a few days in Dubai, I headed to Abu Dhabi, where I knew a family friend whom I had visited during the trip. I found that he had established a contracting company there a few months beforehand. And he said, why not join him in building a bigger company together since we have the same background and objectives, instead of starting something new on my own. He said the opportunity was available for an interesting project. The idea appealed to me regardless of the financial condition, because here was my chance to start a partnership.
In 1978, Taha Mikati sold ACC and moved back to Beirut. The Mikati brothers made hundreds of millions from their Dubai venture. Next, the Civil War in Lebanon, which involved Israel and Syria, US and the Soviet Union, and Christians versus Muslims.
In 1978, this brought the Israelis into Lebanon in a major military operation to push the Palestinians out of range. President Hafez al-Assad himself commanded the Syrian troops who advised them. A former Air Force general, he'd twice been to war against Israel, as Minister of Defense during the Six-Day War and as President of Syria in 1973.
Now, the original ABC News broadcasts of a great TV news story. Israel versus the PLO.
The Telecom Years, 1982 to 2006, It started as a hobby for Taha Mikati, the engineer.
Najib and his brother Taha built a telecommunications empire in the turmoil of Lebanon's Civil War, which raged from 1975 to 1990. They built infrastructure for a country in desperate need.
And as we went along developing ACC, I fell back on my hobbies. One was radio and telecommunication. I used to bring radio kits and assembled wireless radios and wireless telephones for fun and for learning. So in Abu Dhabi in 1964, I became the first person to have a complete mobile phone system in the car, a system which I assembled by buying various parts from different suppliers. And the word of this system spread around even to His Highness, the ruler of Abu Dhabi. I never used it commercially, but I used it as a public relation tool. I ended up with a large number of users, and I was the only one prepared to provide maintenance and repair.
Now he transferred the mobile system he had developed in Abu Dhabi to Lebanon in 1982.
I have moved back with my family to Beirut by that time. My hobbies followed me also during the Lebanese War. Lebanon at that time was cut off from the rest of the world. So I bought a satellite system, a satellite dish, which worked on Inmarsat satellite, like the ones used to large boats, and installed the whole system on the rooftop of the building.
Najib Mikati, the MBA from AUB, gave him the idea to build a telecom company.
I was doing all this as a hobby, but my brother, who had graduated from business school at AUB, proposed that we develop it as a business.
Then replicated their business model throughout Africa, in conflict zones like Liberia, Sudan, Ghana, and the Congo.
Here's a map of the Mikati brothers' telecom empire.
The FCC declared I was in a gray area because they said what I was doing was not regulated by law. However, it was not forbidden by any law. Also, because it was a new product. This made me very proud because I realized that by trying a new way of doing things, I was able to put in place a new system which is not seen by the lawmakers before. I ended by speaking all kinds of languages, from various Arabic dialects of the Arabian Gulf to the Urdu, the Indian, to African Nigerian, to Senegalese French. All of this made me sound terrible, and in all of them, but still I had to continue because I was working hard in all of these different countries to get to where I am today.
In 2005, his company Investcom listed on both the London and Dubai stock exchanges, a rare move for the region's family firms.
We were the first from among the Arab or Middle Eastern companies. We went into public, into IPO, and we were very transparent and a very successful IPO in year 2005.
In 2006, South Africa's MTN bought his company for $5.5 billion. The Mikati stake was an estimated $3.5 billion.
Next, ever more violence in Lebanon in 2005. What have I learned today? First, the Mikati brothers made their first fortune from construction in Abu Dhabi in the 1970s. Second, they founded the Telecom Empire in 1982 at the height of the Lebanese Civil War when Israel invaded Lebanon to root out Arafat. Third, Taha Mikati is the dreamer, visionary, and inventor, while Najib handles the business and management. Thank you for watching. Please leave your questions and comments below. My next video will be Mikati brothers, from billionaires to prime ministers, wishing everyone peace and prosperity.